Welcome, part two to my video. Thank you all. I want to say thank you really from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate all of you guys who follow me, who's subscribing to my YouTube channel, who are leaving comments. I really appreciate it, and I urge you to please continue to do so, to follow me and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means so much to me. Make sure you invite someone. Yes, invite someone to watch my videos. And I want to come briefly today on a Monday. Thank you all, for watching this video. Happy Monday. So I want to come to you and talk briefly about 5 keys to becoming successful as a successful person. So everybody want to succeed in life. They want to accomplish a goal. They just want to succeed. I have never heard of a person say, well, I just want to fail. I want to fail at this and I want to fail at that. But 5 keys. I'm going to just give you 5 keys. But the Lord laid something on my heart this morning, concerning family. And I'm getting to the 5 keys. But I just want to elaborate on family. Back in the day, family used to bond together. They used to come together and really, really love each other unconditionally. It wasn't no limits on it. It wasn't no stipulations on it. But family used to come together and really enjoy each other and have a good time. It wasn't no drama, no chaos. It wasn't if you scratch my back and I scratch yours. It wasn't no backstabbing. Was she bringing all her kids over here and so and so and so, and I'm not gonna feed them all? We didn't have that back then as a family, and if we did, we didn't know anything about it, because being a close-knit family back then, they was whole, they was pure, they connected, they really loved one another. And not only that, even the extended family, we had neighbors around us and a little old community, and we used to love one another. Even the neighbors would watch out for other people's kids and make sure that they was taken care of. And they would go around and feed the entire community. We all just got along real good, and we all came together on special occasions, and it wasn't anything like it is today, what I see today. Because this world, and I'm gonna say this world, is a dog-eat-dog world. But so is some families. They don't act like family used to act. It's I'm gonna take care of my immediate family. I'm gonna take care of this, and I'm not gonna feed these children, even though they my kin folks, or they my cousins or whatever. It's not like that. We don't have the bond that we used to have back in the days when we was growing up. Everybody loved each other. Everybody looked out for one another. But now it's just like a cat and dog fight. It's just like a hatred thing. And we're blood kin. I see this every single day. Blood kin getting into it like they strangers. They can be siblings, they can be cousins, or whatever the case may be. It's just a shame. And you know what? We all gonna have to answer for that. We all gonna have to answer for our actions, our behavior, even our thoughts that enter into our subconscious mind. we are going to have to be more cautious on how we treat people. How we treat people. Because the same way, and I tell people this every day, everything is spiritual. How you treat someone, it will definitely come back to you. It may not come to you right then, but it won't be long. So everything that we do have spiritual accountability to our life. Don't think that we have gotten away. That's why the Bible tells us we're going to reap what we sow. Everything connected to us is spiritual. And if we ever get that, then we can make it. Because we'll think twice on how to treat people. We'll think twice on what to say before we actually open our mouth. We'll think about a lot of things. Because you're going to reap what you sow. It's going to come back to you whether you want it to or not. So I just wanted to put that out there about family. You know, if you are not connected to your family, if you're having some kind of issues or whatever the case may be, get it right. Because God created family. He created us to be together. He created us to love one another. Now, if He created everything, the heavens and the earth, the flowers and the lilies, if He created animals, and they know how to get along most of the time, why can't we get along as a family, as a unit? We're supposed to be unified as a family. We're supposed to be connected as a family. But some of us so distant. I was in the nail shop this past weekend. And this young lady was getting ready to pay. And she said, this other lady stopped her. She said, is you so-and-so and so? And the lady looked. She said, Ken Folks. Ken Folks. She was so happy to see her. Ken Folks. Ken Folks. So they hugged one another. And I said, to myself, because I wondered, when was the last time that they saw one another? But they asked the question, this young lady stopped her and asked her a question and said, are you so-and-so? And that's when she hollered and said, Ken Folks. See, we really need to do better. And that includes myself. I'm not exempt. But the Lord put on my heart this morning about family being knitted together and bonded back together as a whole, as a unit, because we have lost that zeal, that family zeal. And, you know, I love family. Family is important to me. But sometimes family fall in between the cracks because of disagreements, because of, you know, someone may move away and stay gone for a little while. It's just so much of the disconnection instead of being connected to a family. And once they gone, they gone. We can't get it back. We can't redo it. So love your family while you can. Love your family. while you can. So I want to get on the 5 keys of becoming a successful person. 5 keys. And the first key is wisdom. And I had to write some things down because, you know, it's so urgent. When I get to talking, sometime I may miss something. So I think this is very, very important because, like I said, you never hear somebody say, well, I want to be a failure. Everybody want to succeed and be good at something. Everybody want to achieve something in life. You know, I never heard somebody say, well, I don't want to be a nobody. I just, you know, I just want to sit here and do nothing and be a nobody. Somebody and everybody has some kind of goal, ambitious about something. They want to achieve something in life. So wisdom is knowing when to step away, or knowing when enough is enough. Because when you have had enough and you know when to step away, because the option in your spirit is going to tell you, well, this is enough, or this is not working out. So it's time to step away. The option that quickening in your spirit gonna tell you, well, you know, it's time to step away. You done tried this, or you done tried that. Or, you know, it might be successful. And then you step away and you done did your part. You done played your role. Now you stepping away and let someone else take on the role to move it forward. Because you have done what you're supposed to do. So, number 1 is wisdom. Knowing when to step away. Knowing when enough is enough. Wisdom, God will give you that discernment to know and to have wisdom how to go in and out of a situation. Wisdom on how to handle business. Because, you know, some people just don't know how to handle situations or business propositions. And I was one of them, because I had to ask God, open up my understanding. Lord, give me wisdom on how to go in and out of a situation, or how to handle a business proposition. Because whatever your heart desire, God will give you that desire if you acknowledge Him in all of His ways, and He will direct your path. He will give you the words to say when it's time to say it. He will give you direction on what to do, what to say, how to speak, how to act, how to write this proposition up, how to write this grant up. He will give you the wisdom. I can remember when I first wanted my 501c3. I had tried to get a 501c3, and I had got in contact with different people, and they was like $500, $800, da. They were just throwing the numbers out there, and at that time I didn't have the money. It was in 2010. I did not have the money, but my desire was to get a 501c3 for my ministry, Women of Prayer Ministry. That was my desire, to get that at that time. But I did not have the funds at that time. And I say, Lord, open my understanding up. Lord, give me wisdom on how to get this grant for this 501c3. when I prayed just a simple short prayer with a sincere heart, because I was encouraged, and I had a burning desire to help others, and I wanted it so bad to help people. So God granted that, because he looked at my spirit, he looked at my heart, and he opened my understanding up. And I got on that website the first try. I got it the first try. I mean, I didn't have to pay, nobody to do my business, because God had granted my understanding and gave me the wisdom on how to do my own business. So from that day to this day, I still acknowledge God on wisdom, on different things. It don't have to be business, but wisdom, life in general. So wisdom is knowing when to step away, or knowing when enough is enough. The second thing that I have written down was communication. Communication, as they say, rules the nation. Knowing what to say, when to say it. Knowing the timing, the right time to say things, and that's when wisdom steps in again. Wisdom will step in again and let the words flow. God will give you the right words to say, to communicate with someone or with that person. God will open up your understanding again for communication. Because saying the right thing at the right time will open up the right door. It would open up the right door. So communication and having that connection with the right person. God will order your footsteps once again to the right person, to the right connections that you need to have. And it would be so easy for you to walk in, because God has already ordered your footsteps. Communication. What else did I put down? And walking into the right door. It will come so easy in having effective communication. You got to be effective, and you got to know your stuff. You have to have your plan in order, your P's and Q's in order. You have to know exactly what to say, when to say it, and you have to back it up. You know your stuff. You have studied it. You have did the research. So when you communicate, because people are going to check behind you, they're not going to just take your word. They're going to see if you know exactly what you're talking about. I know I'm that type of person. I just won't take your word, because talk is cheap. And you have to back it up. You have to show me something. You have to show me some fruits. Okay? So I'm the person, you can talk a good talk, but where's the fruits? You got to back it up and show me something. And then the third thing is accountability. Most of us don't want to be held accountable for nothing. Your word is your bond. Back in the days, you used to hear somebody say, well, your word, I'm going to take your word. Your word is your bond. That was back then. They would really take your word. Okay, you say you're going to pay me on the 5th. I'm expecting my money on the 5th. So they would give you the money, because your word was your bond. So you have to be accountable. When others don't show up, you show up. You heard this saying, the early bird catches the worm. Every time when you show up when nobody else don't show up, that is another opportunity for you to move forward. For instance, every morning I show up at 7 o'clock. When no one else is there, I show up on the scene and I make sure I have everything that I need to get my day started. I show up, I'm accountable for my actions. I'm accountable because I'm there, and I want the customers and the clients to see I'm available to you. I'm available. I'm ready to serve you because my actions is showing that I'm responsible. I'm here when no one else is here. I'm reliable, and you can trust me because I'm showing up when nobody else is showing up at 7 a.m. Accountability. The fourth thing is being disciplined. See, some of us don't want to become disciplined in a lot of things. You know, I can remember not too long ago, I wasn't disciplined in showing up at 7 a.m. I would stay in the bed at the last minute and I would jump up just rushing. And God said, now how can you be responsible and get anything done and you jumping up at the last minute trying to get ready and rushing, and you're going to miss out on a lot of things? Or you might go out and have an accident. And when God showed me that I could be missing some things, or I could be rushing so that I could get in traffic or have an accident, but showing up and being accountable and being disciplined, I say, okay, God, I say, forgive me, because I wanted to be successful. In order to be successful, you have to have discipline in your life. And I didn't have none. Like I said, I would rush getting up. I would hit that time clock. I would hit that snooze button. I would just keep hitting it until the last minute where I had to get up. I didn't have no choice. And I would just rush. I would rush in the shower right quick. Rush jumping in my clothes. Rush trying to put on my makeup as I drive. All that crazy stuff. Because I wasn't disciplined. It says, discipline yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, even when you don't see results. Keep doing what you're doing. So when I decided to discipline myself, get up early enough to take my shower, to get me something to eat, to pack my lunch, because I don't buy lunch that much. Every now and then I might. But I have enough time to do what I need to do, including putting on my makeup. I don't drive and trying to put on my makeup anymore. So I get up every morning at a certain time, and I'm out the door at a certain time, and I'm at work at 7 a.m. That's me. So I had to learn how to do that. When I first started out, it didn't feel good because I was so used to laying in the bed the last minute and hitting the snooze button until I could not hit it anymore. And the very last thing is to develop an attitude of resilience. Resilience will come, setbacks will come, delays will come, and being denied will also come. So prepare yourself. It is the keys to be or becoming successful in your life. If you follow these keys that I have given you today, just try it. It's not going to be easy. You know, when you first started out, it's going to be a struggle. Just like when I first started out, getting up at a certain time. Because, like I said, I was so used to staying in the bed until the last minute. That was my lifestyle. But I had to change my lifestyle in order to be successful. I had to plan and prepare myself for setbacks, delays, being denied. Because being successful, you have to prepare yourself for setbacks, delays, and being denied. Because everybody's not going to say yes. All the doors is not going to open. There are going to be some doors that you will not be able to go through. And that's okay. You're going to have to learn how to say, you know, that's okay. Maybe that it's not time for that door, or maybe God has something better for me. It might be a bigger and better door. And another thing I want to leave with you guys. Learn behind your mistakes, your being denied. Learn behind that. Your setbacks. Learn behind your setbacks. But don't let it get you down. Don't feel like you're a failure. Don't feel like, well, I done tried it. So what? I'm giving up. I'm not going to try it anymore. You know, sometimes you have to try more than one time in order to become successful. If I would have given up years ago, I wanted my degrees so bad that it took me years and years to get it. And I can remember when this was said to me. You've been going to school for 10 years. You've been going to school for 10 years and you ain't got no degree. But see, I kept going. I took one course at a time when I could afford it. Okay? If I couldn't afford it, I would sit it out. And I paid for one class at a time. And when I could afford it, I paid for 2 classes. But if I would have let that negativity get into my spirit, see, everything deals with a spirit. If I would have listened and allowed it to get into my spirit, then I would have never accomplished that goal. So, you have to be determined. You have to have a made-up mind. And you have to stay focused no matter what. Focus, focus, focus is the key. but you also have to have a burning desire. You remember when I said yesterday and in my previous videos, if something is urging you and it won't leave you, it won't leave your spirit, and it keeps coming back and keeps coming back, and I don't care how you try to shake that, but it's embedded in your spirit to do something, then 9 times out of 10, that is the burning desire, your goal, your ambitions to move and be purpose driven, to get that and uproot it and bring it to pass, because it won't leave your spirit. That was just like my burning desire was to go to school. And I wanted to go to school, become a social worker, and I did that. That was a burning desire that could not go away, because my desire was to help people. So I hope this helped someone today. You may be sitting on some dreams right now, some goals, some things that you wanted to do 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And you saying, well, it's too late now. It's never too late. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as you can function, it's never too late. Every time that God open your eyes and blow breath into your body, it's never too late. If you notice that every now and then people have went back to college at 80 some years old and succeeded, got their degree, because it never left them. It was a burning desire that they had. And it took them all those years, from raising kids, raising grandkids, raising great-grands. And then they decided, before they leave this earth, that burning desire was going to come to pass. They never gave up. It was already in them. I don't care how much they tried to shake it. That's why they had to go and get it and come back with it. So that's what God is telling you. It's not too late. It's not. That's the trick of the enemy. See, the enemy wants us to think that we're too old, that we can't do it. The time is not right. It's too expensive. Oh, I can't think the way I used to think. See, that's what I was talking about, the mind traps. The enemy does well when he can put them mind traps to stop us from accomplishing things that we need to accomplish. The mind traps. Don't let the mind trap stop you. Don't be a prisoner in your mind any longer. I spoke on that yesterday about being a prisoner in your mind. Unlock the door and walk in, because you can do all things through Christ who gives you the strength. You have to believe in order to achieve. You have to believe in order to achieve. You have to accept the things that you can fix. And what you cannot fix, God will do the rest. So I pray that this have helped someone today. And I'm done. So make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And so until next time, I will see y'all later. Happy Monday and happy 4th of July tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.